What's up, everyone? This is Ash. This is Mage Monsters 2. We have a new character that the developer released. So I was checking it out, just kind of messing around with it a minute ago. That's why we're on normal. But let's go to impossible. And let's go ahead and choose our new character, which is Nyra. So Nyra always attacks the unit furthest away. Interesting. So we're definitely going to need a frontline, right? You gain 20 gold every time you upgrade Nyra. Nyra keeps gaining more interest when above 500 gold, but it has diminishing returns. The first time Nyra dies, all enemies also die. So let's try to save that for when it's very dire, like maybe in game. Everything in the shop costs 20 more gold and you cannot upgrade unit special abilities. So there's no special ability upgrades. That's kind of bad in itself, but some of these characters scale well with stuff anyway, so let's get into it. So I'm wondering if a solo build would be doable with her, but I don't think so because she targets the furthest away unit, right? So she'd have to be very fast for that to work. So what I'm thinking is we have range units that could take out the closest units. And we have like a little defensive line here as well. So she's going to take out all the furthest away. We have range taking out the closest. And overall, I think that could potentially work to like sandwich them in the middle, right? Okay, so splash damage here. Nyra plus 10% splash damage and 20 gold. Here is 20%, 12 damage and 20 gold. Let's take some pure damage. Let's look at her stats here. So 27 damage right now is what she does. 1.5 attack speed. And she got 10% splash. Right now, no extra gold yet. So here is how this is explained. How much gold extra, total extra gold Nyra earns each level based on her current gold. It has diminishing returns, which means that besides the 50 gold you get for having 500 gold, if you have 600 gold, get 9, 700 gold, 8, and so on, until you have plus 3 gold for everything past 1,200. Okay, but that's still extra. I mean, you can't be mad at it, right? So just having a bunch of money would be really good. Is there any character that benefits from having a lot of money? Not really, but we could essentially build an army, couldn't we? We really could. So it is important to upgrade our units, but it also seems equally important to keep my gold. So she gets 20 gold for every upgrade anyway, right? So 40, so she basically has half price upgrades for the most part. All right, let's go. Let's just get her some of these general upgrades. The splash damage is nice. It's kind of like the little water wave that she cast. Let's get some splash damage there. We're going to get a couple tier 1 units just so we do have a little bit on file for them. Let's go ahead and get these guys going. I feel like we need more units, like not a ton, but enough to distract. Okay, so let's get damage and another tier 1 here. We need to have a blacksmith. Okay, so I'm going to try to take a little bit every single turn. She can essentially take out these targets pretty well. We just have to keep enough units to distract. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get a soldier. And continue. I'm trying to start earning that interest. I need to save money as quickly as we can. All right, so I mean, a little bit of health, you can't go wrong with it. So this is going to get interesting here. I might need to up her damage a little bit. Let's go ahead and spin one more damage upgrade. Go. It does some. It's not doing a ton, but we are damaging them. Just not anywhere near what she needs to be doing right now. Let's see. So we can get tier 2 if we want to. We're at 348, which is really good for where we're at in the game right now, actually. I'm going to upgrade hero damage and go again. That splash damage needs to increase for sure. So then we have that spillover for all the damage we're doing, right? Okay, so let's get more damage here. 140, it's about to get dicey. I'm going to go ahead and take the plunge, get tier 2, which is going to give me these guys, and we're going to take some Elven units. Just because we have so many dudes coming on the screen here, then I figure we might as well start getting some upgrades that we need. Splash damage would be so nice to have. I just am afraid to go too crazy because we do need to save our money too. Oh. They're all getting close. Are we about to use our special? We are. They all died, but at what cost? I'm learning this character now, so bear with me while we do that. It's going to take a moment to get used to it all. So let's get us a few more. What I need is more units, basically, I feel like. I need a lot more units. I need the ability to respawn. We need tier 3. I'm spending too much money, but I kind of have to. Because I feel like we're just overall very weak. I mean, she can kill units. It's just one at a time, right? So I need to distract. That's the main thing. More damage. Okay, so we need to save some money again. Let's go ahead and buy... Let's buy some splash damage. That, I mean, that at least I get some of that money back. 234. So the splash is good for when they're grouped up like this. It's very good for that, actually. Boom. Thank you very much. More splash. 369. I can work on getting units so I could save money. I'm going to upgrade one time, I think, with splash. Let's go. I technically could have upgraded twice, I think. But we're good on that one. Just going to make her super powerful and I think make a good frontline build and we should be fine. Let's grab that. 494. Okay. Can get some more damage. Get some more splash. One more thing of splash. Let's get in there. Hopefully this is enough damage to make an impact here. Taking on all those range units. Okay, now we're targeting these dudes in the front and they're dead. GG to those guys. I want to do as much damage as possible and we're now over the 500 mark. So now we're starting our bonus. So 50. Okay, so if we get 600 gold, then we get an extra, what, plus 9 times whatever. Okay, we'll find out right now. So we need to get the next tier though. Kind of afraid to do it. I think we're okay here, but I'm not certain. Let's get the next tier. I know I'm biting a bullet here, but I need the sentinels. Sentinels would be very valuable. They're gonna help me to stand against all of these forces here. All right, here we go. Melee health. None of those. I do want to keep getting upgrades for our hero just because it gives me so much money, so many perks, right? Let's do plus 4 units. Let's get the acolytes. I don't really want to buy anymore. Let's go. These guys are hitting hard and we are not doing all that much damage. This might be a mistake. Come on, come on, come on. Can you kill them? Nope. GG. All right, we'll get back to it. I'm learning this character and we'll make something cool happen once we get the basic down. So I'm trying something crazy. I got rid of all the units and I'm trying this as a solo build. So first of all, I'm building up health. I got health to 5. I'm going to do damage to probably 2 is fine. And then we're going to go 2 on splash damage. Let's get this thing. So that's already doing some pretty decent damage. And you keep that splash up too. So I'm thinking if I keep everything kind of in unison, but keep health a little bit ahead, then we might be okay. So let's get a little more damage. So this is going to be a tricky one because we have all the archers and archers. We know archers can be pretty crazy, right? So let's get a little more health. Let's try it and see how this goes. This might be the GG right here. Hopefully not. No, because my health is strong enough. I just need to keep building up my health like every chance I get. All right, some more splash damage. Let's get some more regular damage and splash. I want to get that to 5 as quickly as we can so we could take out entire like armies in no time, you know what I mean? Just gonna get that, a little more splash. And we're gonna take a little more health. Okay, let's see how this goes. This might be a bad idea because these guys are hard hitters. Yeah, this might be the death. All right, so before stage 6, need to spend all the money. Well, I got a victory, but it wasn't a good one. It was my life, so I'm going to try that again. All right, so I got everything to 10, and that kind of helps, but I wasn't able to really save money doing that, which is the problem. I don't have my health up to 10 yet, but let's go ahead and... Oop, I did not mean to buy a unit. I'll take it, I guess. I'll just sell the unit because I don't want any units. I want this to be all about her and what she's doing. So that was kind of a waste, but we could do this. So let's see if she could take these dudes out. No problem. As long as she can kill them fast enough, then I think we're good, right? So we just need to really build up damage and splash damage. Especially here, it needs to be splash. Like a lot of splash damage. 920 health. Maybe more health as well, because there's a lot of guys coming in. They're going to be out for justice, out for crazy stuff. So at this point, probably just need to build pure damage and health. And that's it. Like, if I could build those two things, she might have a chance. Maybe not, though. Her health is going down a little too fast. She fires too slow is the thing. So I'm re-strategizing this. I think damage is important in everything. Splash damage, not as much, just slightly. But I think the most important thing, well, we have to get splash damage to 10, so we're doing 100% splash damage. Build up that damage like crazy, and then everything else goes to health. So let's try this again. Okay, so I'm trying this now. So I have 147 damage, 1,560 health, and splash damage is 110%. Upgrading past adds more damage to all units hit, including the primary target. So anything past that actually goes like crazy. It might even be better just to do splash damage percentages once I get to a certain point with my core damage, right? All right, let's go in here. Let's see how we do in this stage. I'm really just kind of focusing in on my health as well, because I need survivability if I'm going to try to do this. And I don't think it looks like my survivability is going to work here. I am dead. Which is okay because I have that second life, but it's too early to be doing that. Way too early because everything's just gonna get harder from here, right? Alright, so let's get some more splash damage. Just go ahead and get that core damage up. Okay, so let's figure out some math here. So 12 damage every single upgrade. This one gives 10% splash damage. So when does 10% start being greater than this? I guess it doesn't really matter because they have to be in unison anyway. Okay. We're going to go ahead and see what we can do here. Probably not going to go too well. But who knows? Actually, I went really well. I'm surprised. Okay, let's go ahead and get our damage way up. I want to get damage as high as possible. We get splash damage up too because... since that does a percentage of my damage is pretty good. Boom, boom, boom. All right, we have a bunch of dudes here. That's fine. We can take them out. No problem. GG, you guys are done. And let's see. Damage. All right, so I bumped up my splash damage and my core damage a lot. What I'm thinking is if I have enough damage, then health is not all that important, right? Because we want to kill everything before they even get to us anyway. The only problem is the speed at which she does it is so slow that these guys are going to eventually get up on top of us like this. Like they get there so fast. It's kind of the main problem I'm having here is the speed. So let's do... I did this before and it kind of worked, so let's do it again. We need to make her faster. Like that's the main thing. We need her to be faster so we can... get as much damage as possible going. Let's go and speed her up. Boop, 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 boop. Come on. More speed. And we're dead. We almost got them all. Alright, so a solo build seems a little impossible with this character. It seems a little bit too difficult. Even with spells, because spells cost more. So I think we have to use units to make this work. Just a side thought, but just imagine how insane it would be if I could have more of these hearts. Like if I could fill the top of these hearts, just infinite amounts. Or if the heart refilled every single round. That would be insane. Then you'd always win every round. I would love that. But that's not possible. Okay, so we need to gain as much money as possible, but I also need to get as many units as possible to be able to figure this out properly. Let's go. I'm sure there's going to be some builds that just work better. The problem is the cost is so insane, right? So what I need to do is try to get those tiers unlocked as early as we can, because then the tiers can give us more upgrades and stuff. So let's go and get some damage. We get money back for it, so we might as well get some. And let's get some splash as well. Okay, let's see how this goes. Doing okay with that damage. Just gotta be careful. Yep, this one's on me and I am dead. Well, we already used it. This is actually a really difficult character, so I might be doing things a little bit strange here, but everything costs so much that it feels like this character is meant to be a solo character, but she's just not fast enough. If she were faster, if there was a speed upgrade for her, it would be a lot easier. But there's not. There's really not. So I already used my extra heart, but this has been a run. I just had a kind of an idea. Okay, so what I did is I got everything to 10, but I'm wondering, of course, splash damage is really high. It's at 23. What I'm wondering is if I just get everything to like a pretty decent level, build up my health like crazy, since everything's going to hit me anyway at some point, if I'll be able to survive more. So I'm just kind of working on health now and seeing if that would work. I'm not really focused on money at all right now, but I will in the future. So let's get some health. That's the main priority right now. Just build up my health to some insane numbers. Why? Oh, it sounds like a good idea to me. Everything's eventually going to get over to me, right? So why not try to stay alive? And that's kind of working. I'm wondering if that's a strategy that would overall work. And the reason I'm not investing in spells and units and all that other stuff is because it's so expensive for this character. It doesn't seem to be something this character should be doing if it costs way more money than it should. Maybe eventually, but at the moment, no. Because she does have money bonuses, right? So, nope, she's dead. I cannot figure this out. This is crazy. So you can't build an army because you can't afford an army. To save money, you die. You could buy an overpriced army and kind of survive a little bit. You could buy spells, but the spells you can't upgrade. You can't upgrade any. This is interesting. Okay, so I'm trying this with a bit of an army, but not too crazy of an army because it's too expensive to go crazy. So we're on tier 4 right now with the units that I could buy. It's cheaper for me just to buy the unlocks for the most part, but I'm going to save some money, and we do have some decent damage, 70% splash and things like that. Let's just keep going. And right now it's doing okay because I'm able to focus the damage while my units are doing what they're supposed to. Let's go and get some more splash damage. Get that next tier. Now we have all the levels unlocked. I don't have all the demons. I'm still missing a demon, which I need to go back and find. I got the shaman. It is the guy with the claws. We're missing the guy with the claws, which is tier 2. Let's get another shaman. Then we'll go to tier 2 and unlock that last demon. So we have full demon synergy. Why? Because, demons are interesting too because you get 2 free skeletons out of it, right? So, if they die. So that could be good for holding the enemies at bay for a minute. Let's go and get the demon claw guy. Full demon synergy. Why not? Alright, so Elven synergy might be useful too, just to be able to keep people alive. So let's go ahead and focus in on that. Basically, I am only going to use everybody basically for synergies. And so that way I can keep myself alive here as much as possible. So we have 1 elf now. We're going to need every other elf. It's going to take a minute to get that. Let's go and get the defender. Put the defender up here with these guys. And now we have enough distractions so we could focus in on taking down those armies, I think. We'll just get that Elven synergy, and I think we're going to be good. I still have my heart left, so that's good too. I'll put a little bit of health. Why not? I get some money back for that. And get that tier 3. So expensive, man. Tier 4, we're going to get the Elf Sentinel. You guys can go join the army. And we're going to hold out and get the last couple of Elven units so we could be able to dodge things like this, actually. So we're able to take these dudes out from afar while my army does their thing. All right, let's get tier 5. We're going to get the Moonrider. And then we just need the High Elf. We have the entire Elven army ready to go. So after that, I could just start working on my character some more. We have a human synergy too, slightly. Maybe a good thing to invest in a little bit. Or I could just get a lot of power with my abilities, with my magic abilities. Start upping that power like crazy, and that way we could take these dudes out super fast. Yeah, let's start working on our hero a little bit. Our power is not high enough. Get that splash way up, and then we're pretty much good. Like, I do want to get the Elven synergy with the demons. I think that could be a good strategy too. Let's go get these dudes out of here. I have no idea if this is gonna work, but I figured since my most valuable stuff is my damage, it probably makes the most sense to get more damage. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that splash. I'm just going to focus in on my power for the most part. How powerful we are as the hero units. Okay, and then let's get us more damage right here. How we doing on that? 171 and 180 splash. Nice. Do it. I love that we just get that immediate $20, so to speak. Right, these guys are getting wiped out, man. And here we are getting wiped out too. GG. There goes my Hail Mary. That's pretty crazy. Splash damage, please. Man, my units are getting wiped out, but this is tough, dude. I have no idea how to do this. Like, the fact that everything is so pricey. But yet we could make so much money. It's crazy. Boop, boop, boop. Take them out. Alright, and those guys are dead. By the time I get to the front line, you know, it's a little too late sometimes. We're going to get our health increased and more damage. What is my damage at currently? 231. I would love to be hitting for like 1,000 damage. And let's go again. So we're hitting for 279 now. It's not a lot. It's probably more beneficial to increase the splash at the moment. I love that we take out the range units first, though. That's always a good thing. I think we're dead. Oh, wow. No, not at all, actually. Yeah, let's get that splash. A lot of splash damage. 25. I'm going to max it out. I know the whole purpose is to save money, but I just don't know how to yet. I'm going to learn that over time. But right now, for this character, it's all so new. Oh, we're dead. That was it. That was GG. Okay, so we've kind of tested this character out, seen how it plays out. And now I can strategize. I can think on this. I can mold over, right? So leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about this new character. Do you like the new character? What are some strategies you've tried? Have you guys got a victory already with this character? Leave a comment. Let's find out. And I'll see you all very soon when we get victory here. Like, subscribe. See you next time. Bye-bye.